And the blacksmith will use his talent to take raw ore with all the impurities and pound with heat and force until it becomes a pure metal, something different. Well, I went to the court called forth there by Lord Wedderburn, and for over an hour I was insulted, sworn at, with such low vocabulary that they could not even print the full transcript in the papers. And he called me the blame and the cause of all unrest in America. It was me, it was Franklin, who was the cause of all unrest. I caused the Boston Tea Party. I caused the unrest and the other turning outs and tarring and featherings of the tax collectors, the stamp collectors. And at the end of that hour, in which I said nothing, I had been, like my family's ore, transformed from a loyal British citizen into an American. This is what England had turned me. And I said to Lord Wedderburn as we left, I shall make your king into a small man for this. I was not known as a man of passion. Your Herman Melville called me that I was everything except a poet. I did not show my emotion often, but there I was rather warm. And so soon thereafter left and came back to America in time for your your Continental Congress and the desire to become free and independent states. Mr. Jefferson wrote a little document of it called the Declaration, which you may still know about, and which I put my name to, and then almost immediately was sent back to England. No, sent back to England's enemy, France, who we were at war at just recently, and whose debts actually caused the taxes which caused us to be able to foment enough distrust and anger to be able to withstand the cost of a revolution. For a few pennies of tax, England lost a huge resource. It was the considered thought of many of us that we were to be the future of the British Empire. We had room to expand. We had wealth and resources. We had the ability to have a population that England could not. They were stagnant. But now they had lost it all. And so I went to England's enemy, France, and sought refuge and assistance from them. And because of their assistance, we were able to eventually win our war. I do not mean to make this small arc of time indicate that it was not a struggle. Without the brilliance of Generals Arnold and Washington. Well, Arnold was a brilliant general for us for many years until he, as you know, went back to his former employer. And the British, and General Washington was finally able to win a few battles. And that convinced the French that it was possible for us to win. This had never been done before. This thought, this creating a new nation out of a country already established. But in brief, and I'll be happy to talk more about specifics if you wish when I finish this narrative, we won. Or rather, Britain gave up. It didn't really matter. Because the main point is they recognized our independence.